ALIREZA JAHANBAKHSH, has he got a future at Brighton, and is he coming to the closing stage of his career at the club? Another talking point, another Brighton talking point, and this time it's a player one, and it's ALIREZA JAHANBAKHSH, arguably our worst signing we've ever made in Brighton and Hove Albion's history. At the time he was our record signing, and still to this day he's got no goals, and I don't think he's got an assist to his name. I'm not sure what it is about Brighton signing Dutch players, but it has not been a success. I mean, we signed Locadia, has not been great, where is now on loan to Hoffenheim. JAHANBAKHSH signed him for about 17, 18 million, I can't remember the exact fee. Top scorer in the Dutch league at the time, goes to Brighton, can't score one goal. That's worrying. That is worrying being a footballer, and I'll tell you what I'm not sure how one player of his capability in the Dutch league can go to the Premier League and not score one goal or even create an opportunity or an assist. It does baffle me, if I'm being totally honest with you, and something, not Graham Potter, but Chris Hughton wasn't really playing to his strengths. And this is what I think is JAHANBAKHSH should get more of a chance under Potter. You have got so much more better players than him, like you've got Trossard, you've got Pascal Gross, you've got Solly March, all of them sort of players who are obviously above the ranking list ahead of JAHANBAKHSH. But with Locadia gone, JAHANBAKHSH is now back in the order where you can bring off the bench and have him as an impact. And will it be an impact? I'm not too sure, but giving him the opportunity needs to be done this season if that is to be the case. I've always said since the start of the season, JAHANBAKHSH can be the player who can actually thrive on this season under Graham Potter in this player and attacking style. But he hasn't been given the opportunity yet to actually thrive and show what he's actually capable of in a new attacking system. It is difficult to say. JAHANBAKHSH is not a great player as it is, to be honest. He can barely pass the ball. I think his highlight last season was hitting the bar against Derby in the FA Cup or West Brom in the Cup. I mean, that was they were the games where you're like, whoa, what a player he is, hit the crossbar. That's all he's done for Brighton. It hasn't been ideal, and to be honest, I've got a £10 next to me and I wouldn't even pay £10 to have him in a starting 11, to be honest. I'd love to know what his weekly wages is, because I think me as a Sunday League player could have the same capability of what JAHANBAKHSH can do already, to be honest. I'm being honest. Like, I'm not saying I'm all this of a professional footballer, but JAHANBAKHSH is he's just diabolical, he really is. He's done nothing useful for the club, however, given the opportunity he must have, he hasn't taken it whatsoever. He has had the opportunity under Chris Hughton to do something for the club, and do something effective in the game, but he's never done anything like that. And the only game I think he's actually played well was Man City in the semi-final of the FA Cup at Wembley. I thought he had a good game that day. Other than that, I think he's just been piss poor all round. I mean, you tell me in the comment section down below what you actually think, but for me personally, I don't think JAHANBAKHSH is all that to be a Premier League player or a Brighton player, in my opinion. It just isn't to be. But I hope I get proved wrong. I really do. I say that in terms of, like, I hope I get proved wrong. I really do. I want any Brighton player to put the Brighton shirt on and goes out onto that pitch to give the all for their club. And I'll tell you what, if JAHANBAKHSH can go out there, pop up with a few goals, you know I'm going to be more than delighted. And I think he needs to pull his finger out of his arse and actually produce some good performances for Brighton for once, when he does get the opportunity. In pre-season, apparently he looked promising, and apparently he scored against Portsmouth in a behind closed doors friendly. So this would be the game when no one can see the game where JAHANBAKHSH scores. I mean, it just would be the case, wouldn't it? But it doesn't surprise me whatsoever, because he just isn't the best player. I mean, he can shoot. Can he? Hold on, what was just said? Sorry, let me rephrase that. He can't shoot, he can't kick a ball, and he'll go back to Sunday League. He ain't good. He just isn't good. In other words, he's just absolutely useless. So far anyway, he has not been a player all Brighton fans have been crying out for. And for £18 million, Tony Blue must be looking back at this one, scratching his head like, what have we done here? Literally one of their moments, because JAHANBAKHSH, not great at all. At least he's staying, the thing which I like about JAHANBAKHSH, which he's doing, is staying professional about it. He's staying professional in the fact that he hasn't gone out and is kind of crying to the manager. He's been like, I haven't got all this game time, etc. He hasn't gone on a little tantrum to anyone or any players at the club, etc. He's been going about it his own way in a very positive manner. And I think that in itself does deserve a lot of respect by JAHANBAKHSH. That a player like him, a player of his calibre, going from a Dutch League top goal scorer to Premier League scoring no goals for a season or two. I mean, it does take a lot of balls to be like, right, I know I'm shit now, but I'm going to continue being professional and trying to get back into the starting 11. So, a fair play to JAHANBAKHSH in that sense, and I think that's something you've got to take into regarding this situation where actually Jahanbakhsh has been really professional with this whole outcome of obviously playing for Brighton, and he hasn't had many opportunities, but he's been very professional about it, which I do respect from him. I mean, if any of you Iranian people subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. However, what are your thoughts, honest thoughts on Jahanbakhsh? What needs to be changed for Graham Potter to play at Jahanbakhsh's best style? I think that's where you guys have got to come in, and I'm waving a battery around, yes I know. I think that's where you guys have got to come into play in the comment section down below to tell me what you actually think of Jahanbakhsh. Honestly, honest opinions, is he the worst signing we've had at the club? I'm not too sure. It could be the case, it could be someone like Leon Best, probably, or Beaker, or you know, some of them players, just to name a few. But what does Graham Potter have to do to play to Jahanbakhsh's strength? I'm asking all you Iranian people and all the Brighton fans and football fans in general who have watched Jahanbakhsh play. What does he have to do, and what does Graham Potter have to do? That's going to be this video, guys. It's a very short video with a nice topic point of ALIREZA JAHANBAKHSH. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Try and upload more consistently. I've got a lot of games planning to go to, so I've been writing it down. I'm literally planning it down here. I just thought I'd say I'm planning to go to a lot of games. December will be the month I'm going to be smashing it out for games, so I just thought I'd let you know for that one. I've got tickets here. I mean, like, honestly, it's just, I'm sorting out a lot of games. I'm trying my best this year to smash out the content, smash out the games I can go to, and I'll be going to big derbies this year. And I'll tell you what, follow my Instagram, future_Josh. You've got to follow the Instagram to make sure you know what games we'll be going to, because if you don't follow me on Instagram, you won't find out. So make sure you follow that up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm trying my best to smash it out this year on YouTube. It's going to be difficult, but I believe in myself, and I'll tell you what, my aim is to get a 100k plaque whether I'm 80 and about to die. I'm going to try and get it, so hopefully we'll get a 100k plaque before I die, so that would be absolutely brilliant. That's a dream come true for me if that can ever happen. But that's it from me, enough of my waffle. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye, guys.